Chapter 5. Mere acceptance, lead to, authentic, self-esteem, convey, earn, define, well-maintained, limit, associated with, standard, achieve, competence, reasonably, desirable, aspire, strive, unacceptable, approach, virtual, aim, guard, share, colleague, appreciate, visible, status, reputation, tech geek, overlook, stage fright, calm one's nervous, heart disease, unimpeded, shaking, opponent, drug becalmed, impediment, packed house, virtue, intrinsic, incidental, beta blocker, burst, reasoning, city state, philosopher, logic, mythology, approach, prime, cause, phenomenon, disappearance, eclipse, specify, unique, trait, extent, distinctive, pointer, sign language, ape, parallel, elaborate, ritual, engage in, counterpart, mental, degradation, division of labor, arithmetic, contradict, enlightened, intellectual, at odds with, prevailing, dominant, discouraged, compulsory, accessible, incentive, delusion, acquire, vicious circle, multiply, raging, extinguish, raged, petrol, derive, ourself, Chapter 6. Institution, emerge, infrastructure, abundant, sparse, current, forge, context, constraint, prediction, collapse, return on investment, reflect on, implication, justified, violate, disapprove of, hold in esteem, involve, ethical, violate, verify, representative, approval, component, negotiation, get swept away, lose sight of, entrepreneur, the hard way, bid for, represent, frantic, relevance, admire, voluntarily, mannerism, adopt, illustration, unappealing, deliberately, referent power, mainstream, intern, cellular, telephony, reliability, embed, capture, in parallel with, deployment, chasm, generate, initial, implicit, analogy, component, match, approximate, model, craft, albatross, structural, realm, joystick, ball and socket joint,